Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about how much I pay for insurance, but before we do that, so how much is insurance on all of these Mopars that we have? The State Farm, I've got my monthly billing statement here, so just give you a quick review of that. The garage has changed a little bit, but there's enough here to at least give you a good idea of what these cars cost, what it costs to own now 6 Mopars currently, and plus this is my daughter's Jeep, the new Rubicon. I'll show you what that one costs. That one's not on my monthly payment yet. But we'll show you what the Ram costs, 2500 Ram Cummins diesel, as well as the Viper GT SR and the, sorry I got stuff all over, and the one Demon, another Demon, and finally the Trackhawk. So let's take a look. All right, so it is cold here in Chicago. It's kind of that time of the year. It's winter's coming. Today we winterized the house a little bit. All of our patio furniture, you can see, is wrapped up over, wrong way, there. Tables and everything, chairs are all put away. So also winterizing the cars. So stopped today and got some stabilizer for the fuel tanks. For those of you that are not familiar, if you're going to be storing your car for any period of time, you should really pick up a fuel stabilizer like this. So we'll be putting this in the 2 Demons as well as the Viper. So anytime you're going to let the fuel sit in the car for a period of time and the cars are not going to be driven for a period of time, you want to make sure you get all of the, well, first of all, you fill the tank all the way up as high as it'll go, then you put the fuel stabilizer, and that helps to keep any moisture condensation out of the engine, or excuse me, out of the tank, which hopefully helps, not lead to corrosion and engine problems down the road. So there is a chance I'll take the cars out. It's weird here. Sometimes we'll get a nice day in the middle of December where it could be 50 degrees and we'll take the, one of the cars out for a ride. If we do that, not a problem. You just top off the fuel again, add a little bit more stabilizer, and you can put it back and you're good to go. So in addition to that, we're going to be talking about insurance today. That's another thing you can do with insurance for those of you that aren't aware. If you're not going to be driving a vehicle over the winter, a lot of the insurance companies, I'm with State Farm, I know at least they do it, a lot of the insurance companies will let you turn off parts of your insurance if you're not going to be using them. Different states have different law requirements around what insurance you have to maintain on your vehicles. If you have a loan or a lease, that might also have a set of rules around what insurance you can have. But if you do have some flexibility, maybe you can turn down your coverages over the winters. If the car is just going to be sitting, on a rack or in a garage like this for 4 months, why pay for expensive insurance that you're obviously not going to get into a collision with the car sitting there? So a lot of insurance companies will work with you. They'll turn certain components of the insurance off, and depending upon how many vehicles you have or how much your insurance is, it could be, you might save $1,000 over the winter season, depending upon, again, how long your season lasts. And the cool thing is that most of them, if you want to, then all of a sudden you have a nice day in the middle of winter and you want to take the car out, most of them, if you just call them, they can simply turn it on for the day and then turn off that insurance again. So it might seem like a lot of back and forth, but to me, money's money. If it saves you a couple $100, then hey, that's savings money you can use elsewhere. So all right, let's get into what do we pay for insurance. So I have been with State Farm for probably 25 years now. So that's partially, I think, of what helps you with insurance as you think about it. Some of you watching this video don't even have your driver's license yet. Some of you have been driving longer than I have. And that obviously age and your driving experience plays a huge part in what your insurance is going to cost you. My current situation, so family, my wife and I in the house. We also have a son who's 14. He'll be obviously learning to drive here in the next year and a half. That should be fun in terms of all the cars. And stay tuned for his driving test in a Dodge Demon. That'll be a great video, I'm sure. But so far we're not being penalized from an insurance standpoint for him because he's not an eligible driver. My daughter moved back with us. She does live here. She does drive the Jeep Wrangler, but she's got a good driving record, and relatively speaking, we're not getting dinged, I don't think, a lot there. She's also 25, so she's not 16 or 17, she's 25. So she's got a little bit of driving experience, good driving experience, and so we're okay there from in terms of what the costs are. So let's take a look now. This is just an example of my monthly statement from State Farm. Again, some of the vehicles have changed out, so it's not perfect, but just give you an idea at least. All right, I was going to try and do this outside, but it is too windy, so we'll make a table out of the Demon and do it right here. All right, you can ignore that circle line, that doesn't really mean much, but this is my monthly statement from State Farm showing what I am billed, kind of the breakdown. All in all, that is my monthly insurance payment. That is for my cars as well as some life insurance, which I'll show you in a minute. So I added a new vehicle. You can ignore the top line, that was a one-time thing. But here we have the 2018 Ram. So the 2018 Ram, it cost me $112.14 a month. So it's that truck right there. It's a 2500 Cummins diesel mega cab, 2018 vehicle. So it's a brand new truck, and relatively speaking, these trucks are pretty safe, and so I think they have a generally low low score when it comes to insurance risk. And so so that one's one of my cheaper cars. Next, we've got a 2018 Dodge. And I've got a 2018, so this is one of the Demons, this $154.29. That is for one of the Demons. And below that we've got 2017 Dodge, so this is, that's for the Dodge Viper, and that's tough to see there because I got my writing in the way, but $124.87. So the Viper actually a little bit cheaper than the Demon. I did have for a while there, about a month, I had a Ferrari 458 Italia, and you can see that one was pretty expensive. The car was valued much higher, so the insurance on that was $173.65. And real quick on that, it used to be, it seemed like when you got insurance, focus does not like this light today. Used to be when you would get insurance, they would ask you for a bill of sale to see what you paid for it. These days, at least State Farm, pretty much just asks you for the VIN number, and then they look it up and they know what the vehicles are worth. So if you have a vehicle that's heavily modified, you probably have to get some additional coverage to cover those types of things. They know what market is. So in the case of the Demon, if I, for some reason, hopefully knock on wood, had an issue and had to replace the Demon, they know what the market value is or the replacement cost is of the Demon. Some people will also buy things like gap insurance to cover themselves if they, that's a little bit of a different insurance. That's insurance where if you owe more on the loan than the car is actually worth, a lot of the times if you buy a car at a dealership, the finance managers will try and sell you gap insurance that's a little bit different. It's not the same as insurance for your safety. It's more insurance to make sure that the loan is covered in the event of a problem. So what else do we have here? So we have 2018 Jeep. So that is the Trackhawk, and that payment is $107.44, which kind of crazy because the MSRP on the Trackhawk compared to the Demon are actually pretty close. I think this one, MSRP on this car is probably like 85-ish. It's a pretty loaded Trackhawk, and the MSRP on the Demon is 89. So Trackhawk insurance is actually less than the insurance on the Demons. This is my daughter's old car. She used to have a Hyundai, I forget what the hell model it was, but it was $94 a month. And my homeowner's insurance and other insurance you don't necessarily care about. So again, just kind of quick recap. The Ram, $112. The Demons are $154 a piece. The Viper, about $125. The Ferrari we had, which we don't have anymore, was $173. And the Trackhawk, about $107. And the new insurance for The Rubicon, which is not on this because we just added it, is around $120 a month, and I don't know why. That seems relatively high, but maybe that was just the first payment. We'll do an update on that as well. But my daughter's is a little bit cheaper because that's a 2015. This is a 2018 Rubicon. That is a 2015 Sahara. Both of them are unlimited, which just means that they're four-door vehicles. So that is it. The what we pay for insurance, it's a lot. It's the price you pay though if you have toys, and you know, it's something that you got to do to make sure you're protected. And like I said, lots of states require you to have that insurance, and it's the smart thing to do when you have investments in vehicles like this. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I have, you know, looked at other insurance companies from time to time. I do have a relationship that I value with my State Farm agent. I've known him, you know, like I said, 20 plus years, and he treats me fairly. I do get other discounts. You know, I certainly get multi-vehicle discount, good student discount, good driver discounts. You know, I've, knock on wood, have been, as much as I've got fast cars, I think I've only had maybe a couple warnings, no real speeding tickets in the last several years, and even when I did get those, I used driver's school to make sure they didn't hit my record to keep them off. So no other accidents, no other claims. So, you know, all those things help you. If you have a lot of speeding tickets or a lot of claims for damages or accidents, you're going to pay probably a lot more than this. Certainly once my son gets to be of driving age, he has to, you know, any driver, at least in Illinois, if you are a legal driving age, you have to go on one of the vehicles in the house. And so we'll probably put him on the Rubicon if we still have the Rubicon at the time, because it'll probably be the cheapest vehicle to insure him on. Or maybe even we'll insure him on the Ram, but then he'll have coverage to drive other things. But he probably won't be driving the Demon or the Viper anytime soon. So that's it. If you use other insurance carriers, or have in your own experience found certain carriers to be much more competitive, let me know. I know there's Esurance, and there's so many now. There's the General, and it's tough to keep track, but let me know. Would love to hear if you think there's somebody I should be looking at to maybe save a little bit of money. Would love to know. But that's what I pay, and more to come soon. I'll be sharing what, you know, a lot of people ask in comments or in private messages. You know, what do you pay for these cars? How do you afford these cars? And so, you know, be sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, hit the bell for future videos, and I'll be doing a video here coming up about, you know, really how do I afford all these cars? What are some of the payments? What does it cost to own all these vehicles besides insurance and gas, obviously? So that's it for now. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for visiting the channel. Talk to you soon. Take care.